Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. I am up relatively early. Got Bible study with the fam in a couple minutes. My younger sister came up with the idea to meet, I think a year ago, to meet with family every Sunday. And we meet on Zoom, we have a Bible study. It's interesting too because at that time, my youngest sister isn't really a Christian like that. So she wanted to use this as a way to kind of take a more intellectual look into scripture and ended up turning into something different. It was a good time to meet, at least touch base with the fam. So I'm sharing this because this is an example of during the moon in Aquarius, just one of many meanings together with any group of people in any context that is gonna have you more identify who you are. Tomorrow, I'm starting a 33-day ritual. I'm restarting that. Tomorrow's 8 degrees Mars in Aries. So I decided, you know what? Let me just start my day one on actual Mars. Get the prime of Mars. So I'm starting the semen retention, tolerance break, all tomorrow. Day one of the 33-day ritual. My back doesn't hurt as much anymore, so I can really get into the exercises. So, hold me to that for you accountability partners. Listen, come this time, Taurus season and Gemini season, your boy's body's gonna be right. So don't be surprised if you see the peace dealer got an OnlyFans and he doing strip tarot. You've been warned, like it's happening this year. It's all happening this year. I'm gonna have a summer body. And, I had a very sexy dad bod for a while, but project sexy peace dealer body coming in. And then when I do meetups for all you ladies and I come into town, I can sing like Trey songs and then we can have a whole like fan groupie thing going on here. Respectfully, of course. I'm talking saucy because it's Aries season. But other than that, moon in Aquarius, sun in Aries, the true knowledge of self. We're gonna say the total knowledge of self because the Saturn in Aquarius series is a total knowledge transit. Wherever Saturn is in, it's total. We went from total power and cap to total knowledge, and we're gonna go into total divinity or a finality of perspective, okay? Many of you are stepping more in to the divine aspects of your being and identity. And the difference between this transit last time versus now, the moon in Aquarius, balsamic phase and Pisces season was the knowledge of your divine being and the knowledge of your divinity. This is now the knowledge of who you are because Aquarius is 11th house to Aries. And so based on, this is a very old adage, show me 5 of your friends and I'll show you who you are. I love the astrology of the closing sextile because that 11th house aspect now is making you receptive to where the identity you're expressing through Aries belongs. It's also going to relative to the interconnectivity to who you relate with and actually seeing other people who resonate with you and mirror you and are expressions of you and vice versa, as you are me pushed out, but I am also you pushed out. You manifested me. The fact that you're watching this, you're so goddamn powerful. You non-locally influenced me with other people as well as my own choice to make this video. And despite whatever quantum nature of what magic brings that together, a series of decisions led you here right now because it was a choice. No one forced you to watch this video. So you used your choice and decision, Saturn karma, to yes man. The yes man can. Yeah. Shout out to Jim Carrey. Capricorn Sun, Gemini Moon. Okay, so you're definitely gonna use this you're definitely gonna use this to come into the total knowledge of who you are. And many of you already know this. So this is just gonna etch this in officially with an elite crew. I know you see that. Shout out to the angels. This is that Aquarius that will reflect who you are. Once again, who is it that you truly connect with? Because 11th house, 5th house is more friends of the heart. 11th house is more acquaintances. They're still colleagues though, and they could be really good and best friends. But like, you're really gonna get an idea of who your frequency is attracting to be around, and really take the next couple of days to marvel at how extraordinary your friends are, at how extraordinary the true connections you have, because we didn't have Moon in Aquarius with Venus, Mars, and Saturn. So this is having you utilize and act off on this knowledge relative to how you can augment more of who you are, because we can now look at Aquarius and Pisces as descriptives for the nature of the identity in Aries. And if you're not necessarily pleased, because the Moon in Aquarius is going to have you be receptive to extraordinary knowledge, the total knowledge of who is in your corner, the archetype they represent, the nature of these people, you're going to be seeing into their true colors, because Uranus is squaring this Moon. So any false pretense and all that fake social-ish is really just getting cut down to the ground, where you have to really be truly yourself. And so this rids you making friends based on keeping appearances. You're cultivating friendships based on who you are uniquely, eccentrically as yourself. Who are the friends who like the true you, whether that's super classy or super corny or both? Because you're not just one thing, you have a full range. So you're tapping into people who see you for who you actually are and resonate and respect that. Because if you realize after this transit, you don't really like, or you don't really resonate with who's around you, you have to use this transit. Praise Jesus. You have to use this transit to switch up your friends, B. And you have to do this with a quickness, because Saturn is gonna cement this. This is like cement on the ground. If you're looking like Jay-Z in front of, you know that meme where it's like, this is when Jay-Z knew he didn't want to hang around. If you're looking like that, the cement's gonna pour in, and that's who you're gonna be around for life. I'm not gonna put that in context. I think that meme was taken out of context, right? But hypothetically, let's just take the surface level of that meme, right? It's very important, because realistically, you may be in a position where you start to see qualities in the acquaintances or friends you have that link you to more connections that are a direct extension of your frequency. So you learn about the highest currency in the world, which is friendship, because it's not about what you have, it's about who you know. You could have $100,000, or you can have 100,000 friends who you're their real true friend. So anything you want, they got you. Which is more valuable? Yeah, that person doesn't have $100,000, but they have 100,000 friends who, if he needed $5 from each of them, bam, he has $500,000. This is why Aquarius is the highest currency, because friendship and relationship building is the most valuable currency. Social currency, okay? This is just, I don't make up the rules. Maybe in another life I do, maybe my higher self does, but hey, as a messenger, I just gotta speak the truth. Shout out to that doggy. So other than that, see, points to y'all who see the synchronicities while I walk, because as a Gemini sun, I'm not my partner Sagittarius that sees it all. I just see things unfold for Geminis moment to moment, because we're literal spirit children. Some of us have old souls like me, but the reason why you see Kanye saying he's a 38-year-old with rich nigga problems, or, you know, he's tweeting on Instagram, tweeting on Instagram all recklessly, and people think that he's acting childish. First of all, yes, bitch, we are childish as fuck. Like, that's what we're here for. Second of all, he has a Pisces moon, so he's a lot wiser than, you know, he lets on. But study Aries, study Gemini, because we express our energy very childishly, and there's a purpose for it. Not so that we can't get called out for being childish, but there's a reason why there's that spiritual progression. versus Capricorn, Pisces, Aqua. They're like older spiritually. And then Virgo, Leo and Virgo is like 17 to 20, 12 to 20, and then Virgo's like 22 to 33 spiritually with the sun there. If your moon's there, that's your soul age. I'll go into a special video about that. But this is going to now, through your connections, through the totality of the past 30 years, some of you which aren't even 30 yet, you're coming into cultivating the total knowledge of who you are. And this took your whole life. You've been coming into very profound understandings. By this point, you know who you are now more than ever, but this is not a finality. You're knowing who you are before you embark on a new adventure, that by the end of the adventure, your understanding of yourself will be on an even higher level. So everything you know about yourself, don't take it too personally, especially if there's certain things you're not proud of. This is just your starting point for this new cycle, and you really owe it to yourself to be so proud. First of all, if you haven't bought my webinar, Monthly Peace Report, I want you to go to my website, go to the events tab. Yes, you right now. And I want you to take your money and I want you to buy it. It's $24.99, and I want you to buy my webinar so that you can rock out with the rest of the people who are joining the party. It's going to be a whole situation. It's going to be April 2nd, okay, 5 p.m. PST. If you don't make the live, you'll get the replay, and I just want you to give me your goddamn money. And I want you to pay for that right now. No, but in all seriousness, give me your goddamn money. This is not a joke. This is a stick up right now. This is the first time you're being sticked up on a YouTube or Instagram video. All right, go to the description box right now. This is, I got spirit bullets in this gun. All right, if you don't want to get shot, I'm just joking, it's peace bullets. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you really want extraordinary insight on this Aries season, go ahead and get you that webinar, because, why not? All right, other than that though, this is gonna be very pivotal, because as we move down towards the Gauntlet, every time we come around this side, every time the moon transits Capricorn and comes around out to Cancer, we're going to see during this 2-week period, and because the collective signs start from Sagittarius, we're going to see during these 2-week periods more acceleration of whatever conflicts are happening before they come out to Cancer, chill. We reflect socially through the moon in Libra. Boom, back to moon in Capricorn, more bullshit. So this is where, relative to this Aries season, you're getting ready to step into the acceleration of a lifetime. Shit is going to move really fast. I mean, as soon as that square hits Uranus, you're not going to know what to do. And so you have to be anchored in who you know yourself to be, so you know to reflect this to other people, because that square to Uranus is going to be other people trying to tell you about yourself, and these motherfuckers do not know you. These people, it's a square, so they're half right, but they don't know you. They only know from the outside looking in. So only foolish people assume to know people they don't know like that. Just because they've seen certain things from the outside, you don't know what anyone's really going to or what everyone's going through. Not everyone's super psychic like water signs, who are just creepily psychic and just be knowing shit like Aquarius is. So other than that, it's just very important, because, you know what I mean? Libra doesn't have to know shit like Aquarius, because they can just have a conversation with you and now they know your life. It's really weird. But other than that, you know what I mean? I hope you enjoy this transit. You're going to start to see this. Yep, momentum. There's signs everywhere, baby. You're gonna see this as, accordingly, a rapid acceleration relative to the environment you're around of your own identity. Because once you come into the total knowledge, Saturn, of your identity, that with Mars and Venus will have you act off on the collectives that will mirror your actions, because like Sense 8, you're all connected. The moon in Pisces will reveal the hidden divine nature of these connections. And after you have the total knowledge of yourself, the balsamic phase is going to release the old belief of yourself, because now you know the total knowledge of who you are as a supernatural multidimensional being, and you're going to actually experience that. We're going to have the most magical balsamic phase ever. Like, everything moving forward here is a roller coaster ride, because we go to Neptune, then we go to Chiron, then we go to Uranus and Taurus, and then we leave the Gauntlet in Gemini, come back around later when Jupiter will be in Aries. So you're going to see a lot of things move very quickly. You've been prepared for this. And this is going to jumpstart a lot of intentions. 11th house is hopes and wishes. So God always answers a prayer by sending someone else. You're going to be an answer to prayer, and someone's going to be sent to answer your prayer. And not just one person. Y'all stay blessed as always. And Godspeed. Peace.